Hey everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show special Saturday pop-up host chat episode. Good to see everybody here. We're right now exclusively on the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV, and we welcome everybody who's watching on YouTube right now. Sometimes we do YouTube and Facebook. Generally, we do YouTube and Facebook, and we're on live 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, simulcasting worldwide on both. But today we're doing a special promotion with our YouTube fans and followers. So we welcome everybody to the YouTube channel. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. It is Saturday. Beautiful, beautiful weather here along the coast. Hope it's nice where you are. We're in the 90s. We've got like the start of a heat wave here. It's we are going to be heading out real quickly to the immediate shore. We're about 6 or 7 blocks away from the actual coast proper. So we're kind of lucky in that respect. You get a little bit of a coastal breeze. So we're going to be doing some cycling, some swimming. I'm not sure about some tennis today, but definitely going to be doing some walking along the coast as well. How's everybody doing? I'm your host, Jim Masters. I generally host this show live 7 nights a week at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on YouTube and Facebook at Jim Masters TV. It's an entertainment lifestyle talk show series, but this is something a little bit different. This is a host chat talk back. This is where we're getting a chance to chat with some of the viewers directly and have an opportunity to see how they're doing on the weekend. So we've got our cup of Java. We're all casual here today because, again, we're just about getting ready to head out to the immediate shoreline to enjoy our Saturday. But very busy here also behind the scenes as we're putting tonight's show together. We're going to be here live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, with an incredible guest. She's actually a Hollywood legend, Susie Lanier. Susie Lanier is extraordinary. She's a brilliant actress. She was in a wealth of movies, including that scary one, The Hills Have Eyes. She was in that one. We saw that one. That scared the heck out of us years ago. She was also on a lot of TV shows, too, and series. She was on Days of Our Lives. She was on Welcome Back, Kotter. She was on Alice. Remember Alice with Linda Lavin on CBS? She was on that as well. She was also on Area 51 and Three's Company, an episode of Three's Company with John Ritter as well, and so much more. She's all excited. She's going to join me on our actual full version of our entertainment lifestyle talk show series. Again, that comes up tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. But how is everybody doing today? You guys are really, for those of you who watch this show, normally all the time, you're truly a blessing. You really, really are. And that's why I wanted to do this pop-up show, just to check in and chime in and see how everybody's doing. We've got our special dog love mug. This was actually a gift a while ago. The lights sort of blend in there. Yeah, there you go. But it says dog love. And this, the dog would like to know when you're coming home. Which is really, really funny. And we just got, instead of coffee, well, it's like coffee, but it's an espresso. And usually you have an espresso in a tiny little, it's almost like a little shot glass type thing, but we have it in a mug. So I hope you've got your tea or your cup of Java, whatever it is. And again, we're just doing a host chat instead of just the regular, professionally produced episode of our series. Because again, we do put a lot of production value and a lot of time and effort into all of our episodes. Every once in a while, when I have some free time, and I am sort of cramming this in between a couple of things we have to get done today. We're also doing a lot of prep for tomorrow's show as well. And tomorrow we have from Celtic Thunder, Ryan Kelly. He's also part of Byrne and Kelly, which is the duo between Ryan Kelly and Neil Byrne, both originally from Celtic Thunder as well. He's going to be here live tomorrow night, which is Sunday. And that's going to be really, really cool. We look forward to that. He's a great friend. Both Neil and all the guys from Celtic Thunder, all the ladies from Celtic Woman, I've known them for years because I've interviewed them on PBS, on public television. So Ryan is going to be joining us, and it's going to be midnight in Ireland where he is. So we appreciate him doing that. When Chloe Agnew was on, and you can see here on our YouTube channel, the fun interview and lengthy interview Chloe and I did. She had her glass of wine and I had my little libation. We just had a fantastic conversation, just free flowing and free form. Lots of laughs in that episode. You can see my interview with singer and performer and actress Chloe Agnew, who of course you know from Celtic Woman, but she also has a brilliant solo career as well. So, and Damien McGinty, also from Celtic Thunder, was on with me just a couple of weeks ago. So hope you guys are doing well. And I see a lot of folks commenting. Just wanted to do a quick hello. Really, really busy day today because we've got a host of great shows coming up. I want to also show you some of the folks that are coming up in addition to Susie Lanier, which is tonight. And again, you might be watching this, after these have already aired. But Suze is tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow is Ryan Kelly. And then on Monday, we have Joe Finfera. Joe is an incredible film and television actor as well, and a whole host of very popular shows. He's on Monday. And then we have legendary actor Larry Henkin. He's been in everything you can think of, from Seinfeld and on and on and on. He's a character actor, so he's somebody who gets tapped to be in a lot of TV shows over the years and a lot of great movies as well. So we're really looking forward to having him on the show. And then next week, we also have Marlene Angelidis. She is a brilliant singer. She's an amazing singer and performer and actress. She's going to be with us next week as well. I also want to let you know, a week from this Sunday, Neil Byrne's going to be with us, also from Celtic Thunder. He's going to be here on the 30th of August. He's going to be a special guest. And Ryan and Neil have been friends for years, and they have a special duo group that they created called Byrne and Kelly. So they go out on the road too, and they perform together as a duo. And of course, they're both in Celtic Thunder. So Neil is with us a week from this Sunday. Tomorrow is Ryan Kelly. Tonight is Susie Lanier. Monday, Joe Finfera. Larry Henkin. He's going to be amazing. Incredible actor. You're going to recognize him from so many TV shows and movies. And then also after that, Marlene Angelidis is going to be with us. And many, many more we haven't had a chance to post yet. But for those Neil Byrne fans, he's going to be with us on Sunday. And then those who also love Celtic Thunder and just Irish and Celtic and all kind of the Irish performers, just want to let you know that coming up on September 6th, Paul Byram is going to be here exclusively, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. As far as Susie Lanier coming up tonight, she was in The Hills Have Eyes. And Watch What You Ask For. And there's Hills Have Eyes as well. And she was on Three's Company and Welcome Back, Kotter. Welcome Back, Kotter. Cover of TV Guide. Really cool stuff. Days of Our Lives. Tony Orlando and Dawn. Remember that series on CBS? Betrothed as well. And This is a new movie that she's going to be in too. We're going to preview that exclusively on the show tonight as well. So we've got a cool show with our very special guest, Susie Lanier, coming up tonight. But hope you guys are doing well. And I just wanted to show you this again in case you missed it last night. You know how I show the genie bottle and George Burns and Jeannie and Silver and Jimmy, and also the new Gilligan doll that we got sent by Dream of Denver, wife of Bob Denver. This picture is really cool. This was made by a fan who watches our show, and she sees that I always do and display the genie bottle as one of our cast of characters on the Jim Masters show live every night. So what she did, a couple of nights ago I was on and hosting, and I showed the genie bottle. And then also she took a freeze frame or a screen capture of me hosting, which is the photo on the upper right. And then she took a shot of me, which I displayed, which is me actually on the air on WLIX radio, Long Island, New York. And this was that picture on the left there was the very first time I was on the air professionally. I'd been on radio and radio stations in high school and college and TV, but then made the jump to professional radio as well as television. But that is at WLIX. So she captured those two photos. She put them up there and she included them as if I was in the genie bottle with Jeannie, which I think is kind of cool considering every night we always show the genie bottle. So there's the genie bottle and there's the genie bottle. Kind of cool, huh? So we'll show all the cast of characters as we usually do tonight. All your friends will be back. But how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's having a good day and everything is sailing along. It is a weekend, and you know we've been going through some really nutty times, huh? What a year this has been. It's you know, I always hear, we had a family friend pass away 2 weeks ago, a dear family friend. We know other people have passed. We know, you know, just things that have happened to people over, you know, and then some of our viewers, you guys have had things happen in your lives. You've had, you know, storms and all kinds of different things and loss and newborn babies and all kinds of cool things. And then some sad things as well. So what we try to do, for those of you who are like scrolling through our YouTube channel, maybe for the first time, or you watch us when we do the Facebook stream as well, you're like, well, what is this? It's kind of cool. And I get a lot of letters and I get a lot of feedback from people all day long. And they're like, this is something different. This is like I'm watching a television show. It's not a podcast. It's not just videos or anything. It's actually like a television show that you would have seen maybe a few years ago with like a Johnny Carson or Dick Cavett or Mike Douglas or Merv Griffin, or even some of the shows of today, like the late night hosts, you know, the Kimmels, the Fallons, the Lettermans, the Colberts, Conan, some of the others, with the entertainment lifestyle talk show feel to it. But we also get into some real cool inspirational conversations that sometimes go pretty deep. You know, we have a lot of laughter and a lot of levity and a lot of fun on the show. Great information, educational segments, on location stuff. Every once in a while, when I have a moment, I like to do a pop-up show. So it's like a bonus episode. In addition to the professional show that we do every night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, midnight in Ireland and England, 1 a.m. in Netherlands, morning time in Australia and New Zealand for our viewers that are there. We like to do every once in a while a pop-up show. You know, this is where it's just us. We're checking in with everybody and just saying hello and see how you're doing. You know, it's almost like a behind the scenes, which is cool. Hope you guys have whatever your cup of love is, levity. And that's the thing too. Again, if you're watching this YouTube live right now here on Jim Masters TV on the YouTube channel, and you're like, well, what is this about? It's an entertainment lifestyle talk show series. So what we're doing right now is a pop-up show. It's a host chat. We're going to chat with viewers in just a second. We're going to say hello to everybody, whoever happens to be watching. Again, I realize it's like in the middle of an afternoon, and here it's a beautiful afternoon. We're going to be taking the show on location as soon as we're able to some more. where we actually physically take the show. I've done some on-location segments, and we're going to be doing some more, but I'm going to do it where we're going to actually have the physical show on the road. So stay tuned for that. We're also going to be doing a lot of food too. We're going to add more of that in because a lot of you it seems you guys really love food. Who doesn't, right? So whenever I bring up food or a guest on our nightly show talks about food, you guys go wild. And I've got some recipes that were sent to me today and photos. And one of our upcoming shows, we don't have the time today, but one of our upcoming, because I want to do it right and I want to do a whole thing. Well, I'm going to put together another pop-up show soon, and we'll show all the photos that viewers have sent in the last week or so. So if you want to send in some photos of your garden, of your family, of your grandkids, of you, of something you built, created, made, whatever it is, of life, of living, you can send them to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's jimmasterstv@gmail.com. And in a special upcoming pop-up show, we'll display those, we'll talk about them, and we'll do a special show that has all kinds of different photos. I'll have some photos from my world also added in, and we'll show those and share those as well. So hope everybody's doing well. Yep, the hair's still very long. We haven't had it cut since March. I think this is the longest I've had the hair. I had the hair long about a year ago when I was on a trip to the Netherlands for a television shoot, and it was long. It was really cool because I changed my hair. Some people are like, oh, you got the hair short, you got the hair long, you do it this way. My hair changes constantly. Sometimes I comb it that way, comb it that way, comb it that way, this way, short, long, buzz cut. I get bored too. And sometimes it's based on whatever project that I'm working on. Sometimes, there's been times I've done television shows. I was on an episode of Law and Order. I was on an episode of, actually, it was a couple of them on Lights Out, which was on FX. Sometimes it's a TV commercial. Sometimes I'm hosting an infomercial show or a public affairs show, a news program, other, entertainment shows, different things that I do on in my professional life in television and radio and stage. As a journalist, an actor, a writer, producer, television personality, radio host and personality. And so all of that work sometimes calls for different looks, different everything. So when you're in this kind of industry, you have to be versatile. But this is kind of cool. I'm just letting it grow because it's kind of cool. It's summertime. And, there's been a couple of TV shoots, but not as many as we normally would do because of the planes and the flights and everything. As I've said a couple of times, I think to you guys, I should be in Ireland in the spring. I was supposed to be in Ireland. We were supposed to be in Texas. We were supposed to be in Florida for television shoots for my work. So we're just letting it, go and flow and having some fun with it too. Because normally it's like that, shorter. Not always that short, but sometimes it's shorter. And but what the heck, it blows in the wind. So we're going to check with you guys. Again, I toast all of you. Now I toast you with a dog love mug, which was a gift from a family member a while ago, and we love it. And hope you guys are doing well. It's kind of cool when we do these casual shows, just hang out with you. It's hanging out with the fabulous viewers from around the world and with your host, Jim. We preview some of the cool people that are coming up. Again, we started this show originally not with guests. We started this show with me hosting and doing all kinds of things. Remember we did that nostalgic night, brought out all the childhood toys, and then we sang happy birthday to my sister, and that was another night. We did all kinds of cool stuff. The happy birthday stuff is really cool. And I know you guys have said something about me singing a little bit more, and I really need to do that. I've done it in choral groups. I've done it here and there over the years. I tend to be an alto. My voice can go low when I'm announcing. I can really do a low sound. Hi, good evening. I'm Jim Masters. Welcome. It's good to have you with us tonight. Real deep. I get hired to do a lot of voiceover work too, narrating, and a couple of things I did in New York City, which was cool, was the Voice of God, where Voice of God basically is what they call it. It's that voice that you hear like in a convention center or at some sort of big company event where people are coming and they're going to a hotel or whatever it is, and they're going in the huge auditorium or whatever it is. And it's a big meeting. So I did one for a couple of companies where you didn't see me, but you heard the voice. And it was like, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to take your seats. Thank you for joining us. We welcome you to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. You're going to have a wonderful time. Thank you for joining us once again. Have a wonderful time. That kind of thing, that voice of God situation. But the singing, yes, and I know you want some strumming on that guitar over there as well. So we'll put that together. Haven't done singing on this show, but I'll do that. Anyway, let's check to see how you guys are doing. Enough talking from me, the host, the talking guy. We've had some cool guests on the show this past few days, and I hope you enjoyed those as well. Again, the guests are something that has been an add-on. It wasn't really the thrust of the creation of this entertainment lifestyle talk show series, but once people got wind of this show and the way we do it, and I guess people have told me they feel comfortable and warm, and they think it's a cool place to hang and to express who they are. I mean, if you've watched any of the episodes on YouTube and on Facebook, it's truly amazing how open and authentic these guests are, right? Well, I've heard that in my professional work over the years, many, many times with people, when I just meet them and converse with them, they always said, boy, I feel so comfortable and at ease with you, and I can just tell you anything. And that's perfect. I love that. I think you get a better conversation and a better interview that way. And it's more real. You get to see sides of me, your host, you get to see sides of the guests, and you get to see sides of the viewers through some of their talk back and their chat. Let's check in with everybody right now, see how you guys are doing on a Saturday. Got a lot of new people here as well. And perfect. Yes, we popped up. Some of you were asking, where's the reminder? Do you have a reminder? Where are you going to be, on the YouTube channel? And I love it. Not everybody that watches on Facebook has, gotten onto the YouTube channel. We hope that they do. So if you know anybody that is a friend or anybody that you've become a friend of because of our show who watches on Facebook, let them know about the YouTube channel so they don't miss anything. Because the YouTube channel is really the home base. We have it on Facebook, but the YouTube channel is a channel. And with me working in television, I like channels. So it's a channel, and it's where we really archive and spend a lot of time with the crafting of the page and everything, and the channel where all of the episodes of our series is housed and archived. But also some of my other professional work is on this YouTube channel, and also Masters Mantras. We're going to be doing another Masters Mantra this weekend, which is a positive, inspirational video. And those started when I just posted random commentary on Facebook that was uplifting, inspiring, and positive. And so many people responded to it. I decided to create some videos out of it as well. Have posted those on Facebook, but have housed them all on YouTube, and we're going to be doing some more. So the YouTube channel has a lot of different content in addition to the Jim Masters Show live series. Good to see you guys. All right, so let's welcome everybody. I see Dante CD is here. I set the reminder so I don't miss the pop-up show. Thank you, Mr. Lovety. For those of you watching for the first time on YouTube, you're like, what's this Mr. Lovety thing? Our nightly show is about light, levity, and love. And I slipped up one day and I just said, Lovety. Everybody fell in love with it. The guests have, the viewers have. So Dante CD said, this should be called Lovety Hall. So this is Lovety Hall on the Jim Masters Show Live, where light, love and levity or lovety are, paramount and expressed by me and the guests and by you guys. So it's fantastic to have you here. Good to see you, Dante, on YouTube. Here is Holland, ready for the show. Good to have you with us, Willie. Welcome to the show. Yes, pop-up show. This is early for you, right, Willie? It's an early time, much earlier than the evening show, our nightly show at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Good to see you. Hope you're having a beautiful day there in the Netherlands. And Christine Clifton watching the Lovelies pop-up show. You got it. That's exactly what it is. And it's great to have you. Hope you're doing well. Got that recipe you sent with the cookbook, the family cookbook too. That's really cool. We're going to show that on an upcoming pop-up show with some of the other cool photos you sent. So stay tuned for that. I hope you're having a beautiful day. What are you guys doing today? What are you up to today? Christopher Joseph Music. Hello, Jimbo. Good to have you with us, Christopher. If you haven't, definitely subscribe to the show. We would love for you to do that, on YouTube. If you haven't, you may have already done it. Subscribe to the page, that is. Good to see you. How are you doing in Ohio? It's hot in Ohio, right? It's pretty hot here. It's in the 90s. We're having a heat wave, but just started it. Willie says, hydrate, hydrate. You got it. Absolutely. I know coffee isn't necessarily a hydrating liquid. It's more of a dehydrating liquid. And again, I promised myself, this is actually espresso. I promised myself I'm going to drink this whole thing. Like I mentioned to you guys, sometimes I'm so busy, I make a cup of coffee or tea or whatever. And it always seems to be whenever it's coffee or tea, I make it and then I set it down somewhere and I get involved with something else. The phone rings, there's an email, there's work to be done, whatever. And then I see the coffee sitting there. I'm like, oh. And then I reheat it like 3 times before I end up having the coffee. And then sometimes I end up just putting ice cubes in it. It becomes iced coffee. So hydrate, hydrate. Is it still very hot there in Holland? I know you said it was really hot. Carla here. Hello from Brazil, Jim. What a nice Saturday afternoon. Yes, this is what we call a Saturday special surprise pop-up show. Host chat. You guys can chat. You can make any comments. We can talk back and forth. A little bit different. Sometimes we don't always have all that opportunity as much when there's a guest on the show, because I like to give time to the guests, and we have a great time with the guests. And we are literally booked with guests on our nightly show, the Jim Master Show Live. We are booked all the way until the 3rd week of October. Could you imagine that we are booked all the way to the 3rd week of October with guests every single night? So occasionally I want to do some of these pop-up shows just to greet you guys and see how you guys are doing. Haven't had lunch yet. It's about 1:30 here. Haven't had lunch yet. So we're going to get ready to prepare that before we go out. Good to see you in Brazil there in South America, Carla. Thanks for tuning in, watching on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't yet. We'd love it. How's your day going? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well there in Brazil and you're having a nice day. Christopher says it's 84 degrees. Actually, he's on YouTube, normally on Facebook. Christopher Joseph. I'll call him Chris. Chris, how is it there in Ohio? It looks like it's beautiful. It's 84 degrees actually in Northwest Ohio, and that's nice. That's nice weather. Good stuff. Boy, we got a lot of comments here. Keep them coming. We are live, folks. Anything you want to share, anything you want to tell us. Jim Masters has mantras. We sure do. Like, oh yeah, the casual, lazy, hazy days of summer. Yes. This shirt actually I got when we were on a TV shoot in the fall, last fall, and visited I was invited to visit the studios of Paramount Studios, and went on set and toured and met some folks and had lunch, and it was really, really terrific. And if you were with me last night, we had legend Jack O'Halloran on the show, former heavyweight boxer, but also an incredible actor who was in the movie Dragnet, Superman, Superman 2, King Kong. Plus, his family was involved in organized crime as well when he was younger. And he opened up about an amazing story and book and miniseries he's doing on that. Incredible. It's here on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. It's the episode of the Jim Masters Show Live that was last night. Feel free to check that out. And I mentioned Paramount pictures in Paramount Studios with Jack last night when we were talking about some of the sets and how they, when they do ocean scenes, they use a parking lot where the staff parks that's got a blue bottom to the actual parking lot cement and a big wall that's painted sort of different shades of blue. And they have all of the employees take their cars out of the parking lot and they fill that parking lot with water. You know, it has sides to it. And then they use that for ocean scenes in some of the greatest movies over the years, which is amazing when generally in the day it's a parking lot. And then when they need it for an ocean scene for a movie, a film, they fill the parking lot and it looks like an ocean with the wall they have and everything. That was at Paramount Studios. So that's where we got this. Thanks, Chris. Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon, Jim, Lovelies, and of course, Gilligan. Yeah, Gilligan is here as well. He's the new cast of character sent to us by Dreama Denver. And let's see if I can get this straight. There we go. How close can we get? There. Aloha, Jim, Dreama Denver. That is Bob Denver's wife. Bob Denver, of course, played Gilligan. She sent this to me this week as a special gift. She wanted this added to our cast of characters that we have here generally, which we show in the evening. So Gilligan is here, and he's all Saturday cash, isn't he? Still trapped on Gilligan's Island. But this was really a beautiful gift from Dreama Denver. And again, we really thank her. And if you didn't see the interview we did with Dreama, we did a really extended, epic conversation. It was so much fun. You know, what's really fun sometimes is when their technology gets wacky, like when their computer dies out or the phone or something happens, you know, because on the internet, really anything can happen, especially with Wi-Fi signals. And if you notice now talking to you, there's no crackling, there's no sound. That's only happens when a guest uses their iPhone and they haven't updated their phone with the latest software. You know, with your cell phone, you have to do a phone update. For some reason, when people try to use their iPhone for when we do the interviews, if they don't do a software update, you'll get that sound. And it's just all the technology speaking and melding together. But that's why sometimes you may hear that sound. It doesn't come from this end. It comes from the iPhones when people use iPhones. So we try to discourage them from using iPhones if they have an Android or PC or tablet, webcam, laptop. That's really the best, but sometimes people don't always have that. Excellent special guests lined up as always. Yeah, we've got a fantastic amount of them. Very nice picture. Thank you very much. That's the one with the genie bottle, right? Linda Odell is here. Hey, Mr. Lovely. Hello, Lovelies. Hope you guys are doing well. Good to see you here too. Loving your weekend attire, Mr. Lovely. Thank you very much. And how are you guys dressed? Are you just casual? Are you in sandals? Are you near the coast today? Christine, you're in North Carolina. How far from the coast are you, Christine? I don't think I've ever asked. Does it take you a couple of hours to get to the coast, or are you there where you can just, you know, get in the car and an hour, 20 minutes, you're there? We're just a matter of blocks. Lights, levities. You got it, Chris. Ball cap nice. I like that expression. Ball cap nice. I like that. This actually was, let's see how close we can get to this. This is the Hard Rock Cafe in Tampa, Florida. We were there over the holidays. It was one of the things that we got a chance to visit. We were in Florida with the family for the holidays, visiting our family. We all packed up the cars up here and all drove down to Florida to be with our family in Florida. And one of the things that we did on a family excursion was to head to the other side of Florida, because they're on the East Coast of Florida, head to the West Coast and go to the Hard Rock Cafe, because there was some cool things going on there. And it was great. It was the first time actually at the Hard Rock Cafe in Tampa, Florida. So grab this hat. You know, I'm a hat person of all kinds. I have all kinds of different styles, and I'll bring out maybe once in a while in these pop-up shows I wear different hats as well. Got to get some for the show. I know a lot of people are asking, like a Lovely Jim Master Show live hat or something, and we're working on the logo and the designs. So stay tuned for that. But thanks, Linda. Appreciate that. And Willie is what is the text on your hat? So yeah, so it says Hard Rock Cafe, which is a big hotel and entertainment venue chain. They have them across the country in the United States. I believe they have them in other parts of the world at other locations. And this one was Tampa, Florida. That's where we went. It's awesome to be a part of something positive. Thank you very much. I'm so glad that you agree that is what we like to do here at the show, Chris. And we try to do that all the time. Positivity is what it's all about. And a lot of people seem to be finding our show as something they're really enjoying. So if you're just joining us, good to have you with us. I am your host, Jim Masters. Generally, we do an evening show, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's called the Jim Masters Show Live. It's an entertainment lifestyle talk show series. It's very fun, very cool. We have all kinds of great conversations, lots of viewer interaction. We have a cast of characters. We have built this home studio, amazing guests from the worlds of television, film, music, science, nature, health, wellness, food, travel, sports, you name it, and more coming on from a variety of different categories, not just the same kind of category. And what's cool about the show as it has evolved is it's become something for everybody. And that's how I was trained in my career, is to be versatile. So in my career, I've done a lot of stuff behind the scenes and a lot of different shows on radio and television and news programs. I've been a news anchor, news reporter, weather person, did sportscasting, hosting entertainment shows, game shows, cooking shows, shopping shows, you name it, as well as produce them. So this is a fun show. This sort of blends everything together with viewers from around the world. So I agree, Chris. It is awesome to be a part of something positive, and I thank you. You guys add to that. Those of you who watch regularly, and anybody that's watching new who's going to watch this later, thank you. I appreciate that. Love coffee, but love my English tea too. English tea is really good. We've got a couple of boxes of that in the house. Just wanted something like espresso, like a little bit, because it's been a very busy, long week, and I do need to get a little bit more sleep. I would say a little bit more. I've been going to bed like 2:30, 3 o'clock, because after I do that nightly show, I'm usually ramped up. And it's like that in my professional work too. And when you're a performer, it tends to be like that. When you come off stage or come out of a TV studio or come off on location or a movie set or at a radio station, you're on the air for hours, and you come off, you're still revved up. You're still like, hey, what do we do next? It takes time to come down from that, to decompress from that. And any performer will probably tell you that, especially if they're really passionate and really believe in what they do. It takes some time to come down. So for me, even when I do this show nightly, I'm up. And I'm still getting a lot of comments. Usually if there's a guest, the guests and I speak to each other after the show on the phone. I'm always, thanking them, and they're thanking me for, allowing them to come on the show, the whole thing. So, and then usually I'm hungry for a bite of something. So not going to bed at 2, 3, and then getting up like around 7 or 8. So yeah, we're going to sleep in tomorrow. That's for sure. But we're on tomorrow too, live at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific. Merlin, I am so happy that Merlin was able to, get all the techie stuff figured out so she can join us here on the YouTube. We're doing special pop-up show today on YouTube. Hi, Jim. Happy Saturday. You as well, Merlin. How are you today? What are you doing? If you're just joining us, everybody, welcome. We are live. This is not a lot of times things on YouTube are, edited videos where it's just edited and everything is ideal and perfect and edited. I like to do live because I like the interaction. If I did this as an edited, pre-produced video, or if I did our show that way, there's always an option for us to pre-record. A lot of people pre-record stuff, which can work fine. live radio and so much live stage stuff that I just really love the interaction of an audience and viewers and live guests, and anything can happen. And I don't script anything. I've done a lot of stuff scripted. I've done a lot of stuff where it's pre-written, teleprompter. Some of my other professional work, like the news magazine show that I host in New York, things are usually scripted. I write the script for the television part. Then we have script writers who write the scripts for the radio shows that I do daily on Close Up Radio. But still, I like to add in my own elements. But when it's live, then it's all you. Happy Saturday to you, Merlin, in Innerkip, Ontario, Canada. Linda, hello, Merlin. Hello, Willie. That's cool. You guys always welcome each other, and you're very good at welcoming the guests. So, Jim Masters, mantras, edible recipes. Yes, and oh, there's Susie Orman. Susie Orman is on there. What is Susie Orman doing on our TV or on our computer monitor? Bye, Susie. You've got your own show. She's actually great. She has a great series of specials she does on public television. And hope you guys are doing well everywhere. Jim Masters Mantras, edible recipes. That was PBS that was popping on behind me. As you guys know, I've worked for public television for many years. Still do great stuff with them. They're terrific people. Jim Masters Mantras, edible recipes. Yes, I like that. I'm getting a lot of recipes from you guys too, which is terrific. Yeah, that was Susie Orman that was popping on our monitor there behind me. So you remember, yeah, a lot of specials we've done. Andrea Bocelli, Judy Collins, Jackie Avanco, Celtic Woman, Celtic Thunder, oh boy, Julia Child, and This Old House, and Masterpiece, and years Sesame Street. That was one of the first shows I actually started doing things with on public television, was Sesame Street, and it was really, really cool, and loved it. Well, you're in Florida, LOL, on my phone. Yes, I am. Hard Rock Cafe, Tampa. And I'm actually in Florida on the phone because you're in Florida and you're on your phone. Hello, Linda. Everybody, you guys really like to say, and you want to do a cruise, right? We're talking about that. So let's bring that up again, because we sort of debuted that the other day. We were talking, and she's got the cruise. Just got all that. She's very good with the emojis and the icon things. Those emojis. We were talking about possibly doing a Lovelies Cruise. So what do you think about that? Should we do a Lovelies Cruise? A Jim Masters show live, Lovelies Cruise. It doesn't have to be live, of course, but we can do shows there on the cruise ships. So we threw that out there as an idea, because I did 2 of those with radio shows and with listeners on 2 radio shows I hosted on iHeartRadio. And what happened was a travel agency approached me and said, hey, Jim, would you like to do a cruise, a Jim Masters show cruise with your listeners? And this was again on 2 long-time radio shows I hosted on iHeartRadio in the United States. So I said, what a cool idea. And they said, we can do a cruise. Maybe if you want, we can do a cruise to Bermuda. Well, great. That's awesome. We can do the cruise to Bermuda. So that's what we did. We did a fantastic cruise to Bermuda. And all these listeners that listened to the radio shows, they wanted to be a part of it. And we had a special meet and greet dinner on the cruise ship. We sailed off out of New York to Bermuda. And it was fantastic. And it was a great, great trip. So it was with the radio show that I was doing on iHeartRadio, along with the viewers, or in this case, the listeners, since it was radio, and the travel agency people. My family came as well, and it was really, really terrific. So we did 2 of those. So I was recently approached by dear friends of mine who own a travel agency, and they said, Jim, we would love to do something with you. It's a different travel agency. Love to do something with you, and love to do a cruise type thing. And I said, my God, that would be fantastic. I did 2 of those before with people who are fans and people who follow my work, and those were outstanding. I think it's a great idea. Let's do it. So that's what we're thinking about. And I was asking a lot of you Lovelies, maybe we'll do a Lovelies cruise somewhere, maybe the Caribbean, maybe Europe, maybe Bermuda. It could be anywhere that the travel agency sort of comes up with, and we throw it together and we let you guys know about it, and we'll all be able to meet each other. We'll have a wonderful time, and everybody can go off and do their different things. And there'll be certain times where we have times together. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. So let me know if you guys like that. I know I announced that. It was just a quick idea I threw out there. I announced that the other day on the air, and you guys were like, I love that. I want that. I want to do that. Lovely Cruise with Jim Masters and all the Lovelies from the Jim Masters Show live. How do you put your profile picture on there? I think that there is, if you go into, you have to set up a profile on YouTube, and it's really, really easy to do. Now, on YouTube, you don't have to create videos. Some people think, well, in order to be on YouTube and to have my own profile, I have to create and post videos. You don't have to. You can just create a profile and upload a profile photo. So that way there, you can be, even more interactive. You're about 90% there because you're able to comment. So that means, you've already subscribed, I think, to my YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, which is great. You have it set up where you can comment on YouTube, which is perfect. That's great. And there is an area there where you can, if you go in a little deeper into your profile, you'll be able to put your photo up there as well. So good luck with that, Linda. It'd be good to see your photo there as well. Merlin says she is drinking cucumber, celery, and club soda on ice. That sounds really good. I love stuff like V8 and, all kinds of, refreshing things like that. And drinking cucumber, celery, and club soda on ice. Doesn't that sound really, really refreshing, especially when it's hot out and, summertime? You want just something that's healthy and refreshing and just sort of lifts you up. So let's see. Merlin was able to put her photo on YouTube, and Christine as well. So Linda just wants to be able to figure that out. And I'm sure between Merlin and Christine, she'll be able to get that on. And whose birthday? Does anybody have a birthday coming up? Yes, we've sang happy birthday several times on the nightly show for various people who've mentioned it. Lazy Saturday, I'm having a piece of lasagna. How do you do your lasagna, Carla? Is it any different in South America? You're in Brazil. Do you do it differently? I'd love to know. We're talking food now. Now we're going into some food quickly here. But what do you do? What do you do that might be a little bit different with the way you do your lasagna? Is there any sort of a Latin addition or essence to it? Tell us about that. Love to know that. Oh, no. Aren't you craving lasagna right now? I think I'm craving lasagna right now after she's told us that she's having lasagna. Whew, that's cool. Good to see you in our dog love mug cup. Did I say mug cup? Dog love mug. Yummy is right. Your drink seems to be yummy too, Merlin. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Carla. Good stuff. I just shared your pop-up on Facebook. The Jim Masters Lovelies pop-up strut. That's really cool. You're funny. Subscribed. Oh, you subscribed to the show? That's fantastic. Yeah, we are broadcasting internationally right now, an international Jim Masters pop-up show. This is really just something, for you guys. I just wanted to communicate with you and check in and see how you guys are doing. And I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope things are going well for you. It is summertime. And again, we need some positivity, right? We got to have some levity and some fun and some positivity. And coming to you live on YouTube right now is away from our usual evening show is really nice. And I like doing it whenever I can. It's not something I was able to do constantly, but I'll try to do it more often for you because you guys seem to really like it. And I love all these comments. Keep them coming. Linda says she hasn't had lunch yet either. Now everybody's hungry now that we know that Carla is having lasagna in Brazil. Carla, tell us if you're still there. Tell us, how do you make the lasagna in Brazil? I'm wondering if it's any different than what we're used to here in the States. So busy day today. We got a lot going on. Yeah, Jack was awesome, wasn't he? Last night, Jack O'Halloran. He was just a straight shooter who was so authentic. And you can see that episode again if you'd like to. That episode is available here on YouTube. And you love this time. So it's 19, which is like military time. 1900 is 7 p.m. where you are in Holland. Then we're going to be back for our very special guest tonight, 7 p.m. Yes. Have you gotten any feedback after you were mentioned on WJR Radio in Detroit? That was really cool. I wonder how that happened, that WJR Radio, which is a legendary radio station, mentioned me and the Jim Masters Show live on. I don't know how that happened. It was really cool. But I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And yes, we've had a lot of feedback since that was mentioned. Feel free, folks, anytime you want to spread the word about our show, invite your friends, your family, tell other people about the show. So many people every day are continuing to discover our show, which again, if you're watching this for the first time, we do an entertainment lifestyle talk show series called the Jim Masters Show Live. And it's really a cool show. And it's on 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific live every night on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. And again, live, so anything can happen. And also on Facebook at Jim Masters TV. Right now, we're doing a special pop-up promotion with YouTube to greet all of our audience. Relaxing, watching your pop-up show, and you're in a tank top and shorts. Starting to rain, 2 bad storms forming in the Gulf. Yeah, those two. There's 2 storms there one's headed towards New Orleans, and the other one is headed towards Houston. And neither area needs a storm because they're low-lying areas. And they just don't need it. I mean, they flood so easily in New Orleans and in Houston. And there's 2 storms, almost like hurricanes. I think they're not hurricanes yet, right, Linda? I got to check the Weather Channel and see what's going on. But there's still tropical storms, but still, I mean, a tropical storm can be rough. We had one come through here a couple of weeks ago, and it was a rough situation. Tropical storm Isaias. And Renee will tell you that she had her, was it derecho, that went through Iowa and did some real damage there. Hope it doesn't come towards Florida, and I wish it would dissolve before it goes towards Texas and New Orleans. And 2+ hours to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and North Carolina beaches. So I imagine there's my sister and brother-in-law at one time, they had, when they had moved from New York, but now they're in Florida, they had lived in Raleigh-Durham area, which they enjoyed. The only thing is when you grow up on the coast or near the coast, they grew up in New York on Long Island, which has the South Shore, which is the Atlantic, the North Shore, which is the Long Island Sound between Long Island, New York, and Connecticut. When you grew up with that access to the water, even a 2-hour drive seems long, and the heavy beach traffic. Not that you can't get beach traffic even when you're close by, but still, they needed to be more, even closer to the water. So they live in Florida, in a town that's right on the water, basically. Their house isn't on the water, but the town is by the water. So Hard Rock has a huge warehouse in Florida for all their memorabilia. Yes, I heard that. Yeah, it's talking about the Hard Rock Cafe. That was my first time to the one in Tampa, and I was at the one in New York City. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on now with everything, because of everything still being sort of different. So many businesses still being closed or still trying to recover as best they can from everything happening. And of course, you've had to close and had to social distance and wear masks and do all the things that we have to do. Absolutely. But it's going to be interesting to see which companies survive, which businesses survive. But health is more important. The health has to come first. And then everything has to be together. I mean, if there's a way we could just wave a wand and have everything just go away, it would be so much better. But we're dealing with something that is monumental and been happening globally. Jim, let's bring up the topic of the Lovelies Cruise, or beginning stage talk of our ideas of Lovelies gathering trip cruise once it's safe. Yes. Yeah, I mentioned it just a few minutes ago, but I really think I should mention it again. Oh, there was a question here. Before I go back to that, I'll go back to that one. Do people do better using their tablets for on-air interviews? The phones, I would not recommend phones. Phones are just crazy. A lot of people, have you heard? Sometimes you've heard guests on the show say, "Oh, my phone is dying. My phone is dying." You don't get that with the tablet or the laptop or the webcam and mic or your PC, because it's usually plugged in. So there's been a few guests who are like, oh, I got to talk faster. I got to go. My phone is dying. You can charge. My phone will last for 2 days charged, 2.5 days charged. I have an Android Samsung Galaxy Note 9, and it will last, that's one of the reasons why I got it, is for the performance, but also, and for the features, but the battery life, because there's sometimes I'm on a TV shoot or I'm somewhere on location far away from a landline where I need a phone that will last. And sometimes you're not always in a place where you can charge the phone. So we recommend here at the show, tablets, PCs, used webcams, computers over the phone. Android phones are good, but then sometimes, when you have a phone, you only get like a narrow picture. You don't get like this full screen you do like with the technology we use here. You can tell when somebody's using a phone, not just on this show, but anything you see on the internet, when it's just that narrow picture and there's black on each side. So phones can be crazy. iPhones, if they don't update their software, and we're telling everybody, we learned this because we chatted with our streaming company and we said, we're getting weird audio sounds. What is it? And they looked at an episode or two that had that, and they deduced iPhone. They said, was your guest using an iPhone? So I asked the guest, were you by any chance using an iPhone, or are you on an iPhone? And they said yes. And I said, that's what it is. Something with the iPhone. If they don't download the latest software on their phone, you get that crackling sound. So they need to do that if they have to use an iPhone. Some people, cell phone is all they have. So that's what they use. So hopefully that answers your question there. If you have any questions or anything, we're right here. We're live right now. Going to go just for a few more minutes here. We went well past what I initially thought. It's 2:00. Got to get ready for tonight's show too. And we're going to go out to the coast. We're going to do some swimming, some jogging. And can you imagine Judy Collin, how she felt after a 2-hour concert? Yeah, I'm sure. Some people are wiped out physically when they're doing performance. Some people are supercharged. I'm supercharged after I do performances, even like this. And then I start to come down, but it takes time to come down. And then I'm thinking about the next thing I'm doing. Willie, hopefully that answers that question for you, Chris. Willie says, I'm beginning the day with a cappuccino. I must wake up after a night with Jim. Yes, the cappuccino will do it, a little espresso. We usually don't put espresso in a big mug like this that says dog love. And Jim Masters live on YouTube. Yes, we are here, folks. We are live. It's good to have you with us. Welcome. And hey, Jim, on the Lovelies Cruise, you and I can sing. You've lost that love and feeling. Yeah, that's a great song. Actually, Righteous Brothers. My mother has always loved the Righteous Brothers. Matter of fact, one of her favorite songs of all time. She also loves Johnny Mathis and Tom Jones and Engelbert and all the different ones. I would say my mother has told me that her favorite song is Unchained Melody. She loves Unchained Melody, especially the Righteous Brothers version, but other versions as well. She loves that. But that's a great song too. You've lost that love. And good stuff. Good stuff. The Lovelies Cruise. Yes. Christine was asking about that. So a couple of nights ago on our night version of the Jim Masters show live, our regular time that we're on, we sort of threw out the idea about doing possibly a Lovelies Cruise. And that is a cruise, and we will come up with where. Maybe it's to beautiful Bermuda, maybe it's the Caribbean, maybe it's I do have friends actually that are on the Virgin Islands, the US Virgin Islands. Priscilla, who actually usually watches the show too, is a dear friend. And she has a lot of ties to places to see and theaters and a lot of cool stuff. And that would be cool to see the sites there. There's a lot of places we can go. We can go on a European trip, but I'm talking about that, and maybe I should throw it out there. Where are some places you guys would like to go? Bermuda, I've been to twice. It's fantastic. It's easy to get to. Sails out of New York, but give us some ideas if we do a Lovelies Cruise. You know how much fun we would have? We have so much fun together on the Jim Master Show Live. Can you imagine how much fun we would have on a Lovelies Cruise? And we can do some episodes of the show live, and you guys, we can be all around us together. Again, this is when it's safe. Obviously, we can't do it right now, but I do have the connections to set something like that up. My friends who own the travel agency, they cruise with the cruisers all over the world. They've been everywhere, and it's been fantastic. They show me the photos all the time. So it would be just a matter of me speaking with them and putting something together and dates and everything. And if you guys really want to do that, I know we've been throwing it out there. We've been sort of teasing it a little bit, but it's something I've done before in my professional work. And boy, would it be cool to do a cruise, and we can stream it on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, maybe Facebook as well. That would be cool. Those midnight buffets, with all the food we talk about, those midnight buffets would be great. So great idea. And I love that. And yes, again, singing You've Got That Love and Feeling, we can definitely do that. More comments in here. We're going to see if we can take as many as we can while we're here live before we wrap up. Yes, to a Lovely Cruise or some kind of trip together. Cool. All right. More and more want to do that. So I think that would be a cool thing. So let's think about that, gang. Let's think about doing that. And I'd love to hear from more of you if you'd like to really go on a Lovelies Cruise. And I think it would be awesome. I just think, to get out of Dodge and to go have some fun and to enjoy our time together. Wouldn't that be cool? I think it would be awesome. So good idea, Christine. I know you're really into it. Willie's into it as well, and several of you. Sounds great having a Lovely Cruise. I never have been on a cruise. Would be a treat. I do a lot of traveling, but never a cruise. When? Where? I will be there. That's what we're talking about. We're trying to get some ideas. You know what I'll do? I'm going to contact this week my friends at the travel agency. They do beautiful cruises. They work with all the cruise lines and airlines and everything. And I'm going to see about some things. Right now, there's nothing going on because everything is sort of docked and parked, which makes total sense. Safety first. But that doesn't mean that in 2021, because you need that amount of time to promote it, to get all the arrangements, we might be able to do, because it's August. It's just about the end of August. So we can do something in 2021 and build up to it. That would be cool. And if you love smoothies, we'll have to make sure there's some smoothies maybe that we have for, the cruise ships. If you've never been on one, they have everything you can think of. Christopher on Facebook, Chris on YouTube. Just like Danilo on Facebook, Dante on YouTube. Jim Masters Mantra Pop-Up Latte. You're funny. You're a walking billboard, not billboard, like headlines, jingles, headlines, Chris. Carla, we got the information. Okay. My lasagna was made of a juicy tomato sauce, ham, and much cheese. So you put ham in the lasagna. Ooh, that sounds really good. I've never had ham and lasagna, folks. I don't know. That sounds delicious. What do you guys think? You think it sounds good? I think it sounds really, really good. So is that in place of ground beef? Do you not? Sometimes, people put meat in their lasagna, and that's usually like a ground beef other types of things, usually a ground beef. Do you also have the ground beef in it, or is the ham in place of the ground beef? And how do you do the ham? It's not big slices of ham, right? It's sort of chopped up and julienned, minced ham. How do you do the ham? I'd like to maybe send me a picture. Take a picture, send it to jimmasterstv@gmail.com, and we'll show people the picture or a slice of your lasagna with a ham in it. Boy, that sounds actually really good. I love ham. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, I did. I don't know if I consider that official singing. The folks I've sung it to have really enjoyed it too. And some of them actually want to do some recording with me, which would be great. I didn't mention that. There's a couple of people that have been on that want to do some stuff like that. But cool. We haven't even put it together yet. That is, stay tuned. Jim Master Show is the envy of YouTube. You're funny. Let's make it that. That would be cool. That would be great. Oh, you talked about us on WJR Radio as well? That's fantastic. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate that. Very nice of you to do that. Lasagna. Oh, okay. Shawarma, meat, tomatoes, vegetables, cheese, sauce already in one swoop, Parmesan, and in the oven. That's how you do yours. Sounds delicious. Sounds really delicious. Hopefully, if I'm on another television shoot in the Netherlands, I was on 2 the last couple of years. Hopefully, if I'm on a couple more, I will let you know. Been to Amsterdam twice. Great place, great city, cool place. You had a 3.5 earthquake in Monroe, Michigan yesterday? Wow, why didn't I hear about that? I think I was so busy getting this show together and preparing. Hope everybody was safe, no damage. They had one in North Carolina too, on the North Carolina, South Carolina a week ago. Carla says we have bolognese lasagna and chicken lasagna, all kinds with much sauce or cream. Oh, I love bolognese sauce. Bolognese is one of my favorite. You know, when I go to an Italian restaurant, I've never made a bolognese sauce, but I'd like to learn. I do like to cook here and there, and have years and years of interviewing chefs through not just public television, but other stuff beyond public television in my professional work. And I love, new recipes, and bolognese sounds really good as lasagna. I like rigatoni and bolognese. That's delicious as well. That sounds very delicious there, Carla, watching us in South America and Brazil. And she's got more to tell us. Keep the comments coming, folks. If you want to chat, we are here live on this special Saturday pop-up show edition, host chat with Jim and viewers from around the world. Carla in Brazil. Our lasagna is probably the typical Italian recipe, but who tries it can feel the different flavor because we love to add spices and natural spices of our Brazilian gastronomy. Love that, the way you put that. Brazilian gastronomy. That's exactly what it is. I had Brazilian food last year. One of the other things I do is I host a lifestyle travel television series that airs on some CBS and CW affiliates and across the country. And we go to restaurants and we travel. We went to Greece, Germany, Netherlands, but we also go to restaurants and cook with the chef. And we went to a wonderful Brazilian restaurant. It happened to be in New England, in Connecticut, in the USA, in New Haven, Connecticut, downtown. New Haven, Connecticut is multicultural because of Yale University. So a lot of students and professors and all come from around the world. So it's a multicultural, international city. And there was a Brazilian restaurant we went to for the TV shoot and the TV show that I do, one of the shows I do, and it was delicious. And the owners were so nice. Christine says 2 tropical storms in the Gulf, Laura and Marco. Yeah, Fujiwara effect. The derecho in Iowa. Now you've got the Fujiwara effect happening in the Gulf of Mexico. We've got the COVID, we've got the economic, we've got the societal changes and unrest. We've got, what does 2020 not have, right? What does 2020 not have? You're right. The weather matches crazy 2020 to a T. It sure does. A Fujiwara effect. I had heard of that. through some of my weather training when I was it was a substitute weatherman. So when the weather person now, when I worked for a television station and did a multitude of different things on air and behind the scenes. And when the meteorologist was on vacation or out, I was trained to be a substitute, and it was through AccuWeather, which was cool. Fujiwara effect. It's just funny that in 2020, that's happening. Chris says, would like to say hi to my cousins in Tampa, Florida. So is it the MAG? Do you say MOG, MAG, MAG? I would say MAG and Bronowitz family. If the MAG and Bronowitz families are watching, Christopher Joseph, your cousin Chris or Christopher says hello. He's watching on the Jim Master Show live on YouTube right now on our YouTube channel. Jim Masters is making music. Oh, don't forget to get Chris, the MAG and Bronowitz families to follow our show and watch it. I think they'll enjoy it. Jim Masters is making music on his coffee cup. Lovely, you got it. Flower Power. Hi, Jim. Jen is in. So on YouTube, your Flower Power. That's cool. Danilo Reyes is Dante CD on YouTube. You are Jennifer Barry on Facebook. And on YouTube, you are Flower Power. That is cool. You know what? I'm Jim Masters on Facebook, and I'm still Jim Masters on YouTube. And people think I made that name up. They think that name is fake. They're like, you can't really have a name like that. That is too smooth for TV and radio. And I'm like, believe me, believe me, believe me. I am. That's really my name. James, but we say Jim, Jimmy, Jim. Some of my cousins call me Jimmy. They knew me as a kid. They'd say Jimmy because my father, Jim. And then, so good to see you. I'm glad you're Zen. What do you have? Do you have a mug of anything? A cup of anything? Cup of Lovity? Good to see you, Flower Power. We will have to form a Lovity choir to sing on the cruise. How many of our Lovities actually sing? Do others sing as well? Kathleen is here. Hey, Kathleen, welcome to the pop-up Saturday special edition of the Jim Master Show Live. We're chatting with everybody. If you have any comments, want to say hello, we've got a lot of people watching on YouTube. I'm glad you guys were either already on YouTube or you were able to figure out how to be on YouTube and also figure out how to comment, because I know you like to comment. And that's, the pop-up show wouldn't be anything if it was just me talking. And I am doing the talking, but it feels like you guys are talking back as we do the chat back and forth here. You see me, I don't see you, but I think, we should do on one of these pop-up shows. I think maybe we should find out a way where we can have all of you come on at the same time. Wouldn't that be cool? Where you're actually on the screen with me in little boxes and we're all on at the same time. Hello. I think you went to see your mother the other night. So I hope she's doing well. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And I hope things are going well for you there in New York City. Love to you, Kathleen. Royal Caribbean. Yes, I've been on Royal Caribbean. Send you the photos. We did a cruise our second cruise to Bermuda was through Royal Caribbean. The first one was through Celebrity Cruises. Carla in Brazil, South America, says lasagna, sandwiches, and pizzas allow us to create different and interesting fillings to make them. Don't you think? Absolutely, Carla. All the flavors are possible. At the beach, oh, that's interesting. At the beach, people love shrimp lasagna. Wow. It would make sense. Do the shrimp pop out of the ocean and right into the lasagna? Is that how it works? They sort of jump out of the ocean and go right in. That would be very, very fresh. Maybe a little too fresh if they're still moving around. But shrimp lasagna, I've never had shrimp lasagna. That sounds delicious. I know seafood is so big in the Latin culture and especially in Brazil. What part, I think I asked this maybe a while ago. I'm not sure if I did. What part of Brazil are you? Are you near Rio de Janeiro? What part of Brazil is such a huge country, a beautiful country as well? Are you near the coast or are you inland? Carla. Hello all. Hello to you, Kathleen, as well. We're going to get ready to wrap up soon. Got to get the show ready and a few other things. Yes, you mentioned that as well. The lasagna sounds awesome. Everybody's getting hungry. You are very welcome in Holland on my table. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Carla's going to send me the recipe. Yes, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's the email address for the Jim Masters Show Live. So feel free to send us something if you'd like to. Pictures, recipes. I'll share them with our fabulous audience. Kathleen in New York City says, never been on a cruise unless the Staten Island ferry counts. More of a ferry trip. There's also the fabulous ferries that run between Connecticut and Long Island. The Port Jefferson ferry that goes from Port Jefferson, Long Island, New York to Bridgeport, Connecticut, across the Long Island Sound. And there's also the New London Orient Point ferry that if you drive all the way out on Long Island, you go not towards Montauk on the South Shore, but you go on the North Fork, Orient Point, beautiful town. And it's a beautiful drive as you go out further. A lot of vineyards, wineries, farms, just little quaint towns, very New England-esque. Orient Point has a ferry that goes to New London, Connecticut. A lot of people take that. A lot of New Yorkers take that when they want to bypass all the traffic. Yes, that would be great. If you were on the cruise, Kathleen, we'd have a ball. So let's talk about a Lovelies Cruise on the Jim Masters Show. North Carolina quake was 1 to 2 weeks ago. 5.1 is crazy. And 2020 crazy times exactly. Cool. Hi, Kathleen. We're talking about lasagna and cruise. Nice topics. And hello to WJR in Detroit and the Paul W. Smith Show. This is just a pop-up show. This isn't our regular show that we do at night, which is a more professionally produced situation. Although this is not bad, right? Hi, Kathleen. We're talking about lasagna and the cruise. Nice topics, planning, having both all together. Yeah, we'll have lasagna on the cruise, right? With the ham. Chris says, indeed. More comments coming in here. If you have anything you want to share or, just let us know about. Linda, romaine lettuce sandwich with sliced yellow squash, zucchini, black olives, green olives, portobello mushrooms, tomatoes, ham, salami, pepperoni with extra virgin olive oil, salt, and pepper with brown mustard. Ooh, that sounds really good. Wow, I'm coming to Florida to have some of that. Now I'm really starving. Flower Power. Jen is Zen, and she says she's drinking her sweet Italian wine and her soft PJs. Hey, weren't you just doing that the other night? So you do that in the day. You do that in the day, but then you also do it on Saturday, right? On the weekends. I'm glad you're Zen with your wine. Sliced onions. Linda says sliced onions too. Yummy in the salad. And Willie says shrimp. I know, I love shrimp too. Shrimp in the lasagna, like Carla's saying right now in Brazil, is really, really cool. I'll explain Flower Power on your Facebook live show tonight, Jenna Zen. Do you want to do it now on the pop-up show? Feel free to do it now on the pop-up show if you want to tell everybody here on YouTube, since you're Flower Power on the pop-up show and we're here now, feel free to share it. So we've got our cup of coffee. We're having a good day here. It is really, really nice to have you guys here on the show. And we're going to get ready to wrap up. We just did an hour and 20 minutes chatting here. That's what you call a pop-up show plus, a pop-up plus. Really good chatting with everybody, checking in with everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We're going to be back tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live with our amazing guest, Susie Lanier. She's wonderful. She's a brilliant, brilliant actress, and she's really amazing at everything. And thank you, Kathleen. Appreciate it. The weekend look. Yeah, this is how it usually is on the weekends. Casual. And are you casual as well? Nice and casual and relaxed. Where you are, you're in our area, the New York area. So you're getting that heat wave too. It's hot. It's definitely air conditioning weather, beach weather for sure. Really hot. Enjoyed the pop-up show. Thank you very much, Linda. We're back tonight live. Good to see everybody, all of those who are here and some new faces as well. Folks can watch this in the archive, but it's so good when it's live, right? Find us on YouTube tonight, Jim Masters. That's right. Willie, I think you mean Jim, right? Thank you, Jim, for the show. See you tonight. You're not two-timing, are you? I know who you're talking about. He's a dear friend. Carla says, cap looks great on you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I wear a lot of different hats. And thank you, Willie. I wear a lot of different hats. And again, this one is Hard Rock Cafe in Tampa, Florida. But let's see what we can do to put smiles on people's faces, put a smile on your face, breathe. Even though you guys tune in, whenever you can, I hope whatever I'm doing, maybe puts a little light, levity in your life and some love, right? Some love from me to you. You guys certainly shower me with it, and our great guests that we have here on the show. So cool stuff. Yeah, the hair is really getting long, huh? Just letting it grow for the summer. That's all. Letting it grow for the summer, having fun. It's really cool. Full head of hair. It really is a full head of hair, I tell you. Just wondering if anyone has tried Filipino food. What is that? So I'd love to know what that is that you described. With all the restaurants that I've been to on the TV show that I host, where we go to the restaurants, plus just going to restaurants over the years, I don't think I've tried Filipino food. I haven't been to the Philippines yet. Even when I was in California, which has a lot of, Filipino culture as well as Mexican and multicultural. The Mexican in California is delicious. Also in Texas, because of the proximity, it's a real authentic Mexican, but not Filipino. I'm trying to think if we have any Filipino restaurants that I know of in this area. We're in the greater New York City area on the coast between New York and Boston and southern New England. I'm wondering, Filipino restaurants. Gonna have to check that out. Sounds delicious. Yeah. What is it? I'd like to know what it is. Maybe send a picture to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Dante CD. Let me know. I would love to know what that is. I'm going to have to Google it and research it, or go on. Actually, I'm on YouTube right now. Well, maybe when I'm done, I'll go on and I'll type that in. I'd like to see what that is. It sounds delicious. What is it? Is it sweet? Is it salty? Is it savory? Is it meat? What is it? Not familiar with it. And I'm very surprised, because I've dealt with a lot of restaurants over the years. Matter of fact, one of the shows I did on iHeartRadio was filled with restaurants. Crispy crust of lumpia, yum. But what is it? I'd love to know what it is. Love to see a picture of that. Sounds delicious. Yeah, we'll have to do some Filipino. Okay, so here we go. Noodles, and I love noodles. Like Chinese rolls, right? And what are the rolls filled with? What's inside the rolls, Dante? Is it meat? Is it vegetables? Pasta, noodles. What's in the actual rolls? If you got some pictures eventually, send them to us. Love to see them. And then on another pop-up show, maybe we will show them for our audience. See, you learn something new every day here on the show. And that's what we love. We love that, because on this show, it is levity on the Jim Masters Show, right? We sort of created that word, and it's a cool word to have, and we really appreciate it. And for those of you who are watching this is just a pop-up show. This is just a little teaser show. Just popped up on YouTube to say hello. We're live right now, having a lot of viewer interaction and talk back. And normally we always have inspiring conversations, behind the scenes stories, on location segments, special features, great guests, viewer interaction, and more on our show, 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific. And tonight, the very special guest is Susie Lanier. For those of you who are watching tonight, she's going to be our guest tonight. Tomorrow, Ryan Kelly from Celtic Thunder is going to be with us. Going to be amazing. He may be performing live as well. That is Sunday, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Here's a photo that we took that we shared on Facebook, and wanted to share it here on the show. This is right here in town. Very beautiful, isn't it, wouldn't you say? And it's got the beautiful American flag and the lampposts and the hanging baskets. A beautiful summer scene along the coast here in the Northeast in the United States of America. Wherever you live, wherever you are, we hope you're having a beautiful day, and we salute you. We tip the hat to you, and we thank you for being with us here on the show. This was a lot of fun. We've got a few more comments coming in here, so we'll grab a couple of comments before we wrap up. And we got to go outside. We got to have lunch. Then we still have to go outside to go do some swimming, to do some jogging, and then we have to call some people, and then we got to finish up getting our show ready for tonight. We've got a great show in store for tonight. Every night. Some people are surprised. Like, it's funny when the guests say, "You do a live show every night?" We do. Right now we are. At some point we'll take a day or two off for some vacation and family time, where we are with family on vacation, things of that nature as well. And let's see. We've got some more comments coming in, and it's all food. Good, great. I'd love to try that. Pancake with vegetable and chicken. That sounds delicious. Yes, Dante, they're similar to Chinese egg rolls. That sounds so good. Flower Power is my CB handle now. So you're still doing CB? You have a CB and you're still doing it? My Aunt Lillian, years ago, when CBs were big, she thought she'd have some fun, and she got a CB and would talk on it. And her handle, her name, Lillian, Aunt Lillian, or Aunt Lillian, depends on where you live. Some parts of the United States, they say aunt, and other parts say aunt. In New England, in Connecticut, Massachusetts, they say aunt. In New York and places like that, they say aunt. Anyway, her CB handle, because her name was Lillian, Diamond Lil. Hey, this is Diamond Lil. It was really cool that she just had some fun with her. It was fun. It was way back. So your CB handle is Flower Power. So CBs, wow. I used to have walkie-talkies when I was a kid. You know, all the kids have these little walkie-talkies with a little antenna. Wish I still had them. They were just fun. CB, that is cool that you're still even doing that. That was something big years ago. But of course, you know, truck drivers and other folks that are in that industry, they use CBs too, of course, as well. Carla is now hungry. Haha, time flies on the show, doesn't it? I mean, we just did an hour and a half, and it feels like it was 10 minutes. Meat, shrimp, and veggies. Ooh, you got us hungry, Dante CD. They are in beautiful San Diego. I love San Diego. Balboa Beach, Mission Beach. And I know people that work at the TV stations, Channel 8, Channel 10, and the PBS station. I believe it's KQED. Good to see you there in San Diego. I'm hungry. I want shrimp and veggies now. That's why a cruise would be good. The Lovely Group is always hungry for food. Cruises are all about great food. Yes, they are. And the people that are on the cruise ships from all around, very international, they work so darn hard. Very hard workers. Very hard workers. I do have Mets hats, yes. And when I was a kid, I used to get the pennants too. Remember, they would be on a stick and it would be a pennant. We used to get them when we would go to zoos and safaris and all kinds of cool stuff. Pennants were big, and I'd put them on my wall in my bedroom. And so Mets hats, yes. I bet you have a few too. It feels so strange that I'm not seeing you at Citi Field this year for our hot dogs, our hug, and our conversation. But we shall do that soon. Probably won't be at Citi Field. And hopefully we'll do it real soon. I know. Carla, do you have any lasagna left there in Brazil? Everybody wants lasagna now. Everybody's hungry. My mother makes some fabulous lasagnas. She's always been, I come from a family of great cooks, bakers, cooks. They, you know, it's not something they've done professionally, but they could have, because they're very good. I wonder what that is. Now you've got me thinking about that. I'd love to know what these are because I'm a very curious person and I like to try new things. See all of you lovelies tonight at Lovely Hall. We, of course, will be there, Dante. You're hungry now talking about this Filipino food. You're going to go have some in San Diego, right? Still do CB, one in the car and portable CB in the house. What state do you live in? I never asked you that, Jennifer. What part of the country do you live in? And you are in the United States, right? I think you said you are. But what state do you live in? We know basically where everybody is. Dante's in San Diego, Kathleen's in New York, Christine's in North Carolina, Merlin's in Ontario, Willie's in Holland, and all the others. Mm-hmm. Yeah, La Jolla Shore, beautiful, beautiful. I still have the pictures from when we were there. Loved it, loved it, loved it. It was so beautiful. I think half the time I didn't even have a shirt on. We were at the beach so much. It was really cool. I agree, Kathleen. It's so strange. And what do you think about how they use the cardboard cutouts of people and they use the piped in cheering and sound? They don't use music or the organ, dun, 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 none of that. But some of the ballparks, the Yankees don't do it. The Yankees have covered over the seats. But the New York Mets and some other teams have these cutouts of people. And do you like it? Or does it seem, it does, at first, when I first saw it, it seemed a little Twilight Zone, a little strange to see all these fake people's faces. But I believe people pay for the seat. It's not too expensive. They pay for that. And then the ballpark, whatever ball team it is, the ballpark puts those up. They have to put those up like every game. And I don't know if they rotate them around. They must rotate them maybe. I don't know, unless you pay differently for each price, for each seat, like you normally would when you buy a seat, more expensive closer and less expensive up in the rafters. But I believe it also goes to a charity or it helps something. So if you're watching a nationally broadcast baseball game, anybody or everybody, and you see those cardboard cutouts of people in the stands because people can't go to the ballparks right now, the public can't, I believe you can pay for that. And then some of that money goes towards a cause, a cause of some sort. So it's a good thing. It's a nice thing. And Linda, Dante saying that Linda hasn't tried that yet. You live in Pennsylvania, Allentown. Yes, Allentown, Scranton, York. Great areas there. Allentown, Pennsylvania. I remember when we were kids, we went on a trip. It was a class trip to Pennsylvania. We went to Lancaster and, of course, to the Amish area. Some say Amish, some say Amish, which was really cool. We went to Gettysburg. Of course, we've gone to Philadelphia, the Liberty Bell, but I remember shoe fly pie in that part of Pennsylvania over by Gettysburg and Lancaster. I remember we also visited the Stroudsburg Railroad. I love trains too. Stroudsburg Railroad. And that was really cool. I think it was about 13. And it was one of those class trips that you go on. You know, they load up the bus, all the kids go, there's chaperones, and we go. It was the Stroudsburg Railroad, and that was really, really cool. And shoe fly pie. I forgot what shoe fly pie was, but I remember we were at a restaurant. We all stopped off at the restaurant. You know, all the teachers brought us. And one of the things on the menu was shoe fly pie. And that was in that area of Gettysburg, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is very historic, very beautiful. And then I remember all the kids were laughing and making fun. Of course, you know, you're 13 years old, and there's a name of a town called Intercourse. Intercourse is the name of the town, probably really meaning, you know, like an intercourse where certain things come together. They cross and they come together. I don't know where I'm going with this, but you know what I'm talking about. It's the name of the town. Now I feel like I'm 13 again, talking about this town. I remember all the kids giggling, the boys, the girls giggling. Because they saw the sign, it says, you know, next stop, Intercourse. And that's the name of the actual town. It was very, very funny. And they had a lot of laughs with it. I don't know if the teachers did, but the kids, they sure did. Delicious Dante, beef and peppers, onions seasoned on a bed of rice with cucumbers, tomato, mozzarella slices on edge of the plate, served cold. Wow, that sounds delicious. I need these recipes. I want to make this stuff. Very strange, empty stadiums in 2020, sports all year into next, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a lot of things that won't be happening in the early part of 2021 either. Matter of fact, Celtic Thunder's tour has been postponed all the way till the fall of 2021. That's no performances now to the end of this year and through the majority of 2021 for a lot of people, a lot of places. It's absolutely awful. You know, I have a lot of friends that are artists and performers, and right now there's nothing open. There's no concert halls or theaters or places to perform open. So it's tough. You know, I do television shoots and different things, and we haven't been doing anywhere near what we normally do. We just did really a couple this summer, and that's it. People are afraid to fly. Either I fly to them on location or they come to us to the studio. And some of them can't right now because if they do, they have to quarantine for 14 days if they come to the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, the Northeastern United States, because these states are doing well because they took aggressive action in the beginning. They're doing fairly well. Not that when the winter and the fall comes, things don't return, and hoping not. But you have to quarantine for 14 days. So we've had to push. It's like 7 TV shoots that we were supposed to have already done in the spring and the summer that have just sitting idle on hold. That's for the news magazine show that I host in New York, Close Up Television. And those TV shoots are all sort of in a pause situation, just waiting to see what's going on with travel. And as I mentioned, I was supposed to be on a TV shoot in Ireland, one in San Antonio, one in LA, one in Florida, Boca Raton, Florida. So we're waiting just for things to straighten out. English language, sometimes confusing, double meaning. Yes, I know. Willie, too. Willie, sometimes if the guest talks too fast, Willie has trouble keeping up because she's translating. I don't know if she has something on Facebook or YouTube that does the translations for her. She probably does. But she's trying to translate the English into Dutch. And if a guest, one of our guests a couple of nights ago, talks really, really fast, she had trouble keeping up. So I'll ask them to talk slower. Nice pop-up show. Meet you, Mr. Masters, and your gang later tonight. We will be here. I know you're always with us on Saturday nights, Carla. You've got us all hungry with the lasagna. You're hungry in Brazil. You're making us hungry in Brazil with the lasagna. And Dante is making us hungry in California with all this delicious Filipino food. And Flower Power, she is Zen in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Yep, you're from Stroudsburg. And I got everything right. So shoe fly pie, before we go, I forgot what it was. I remember we had it when I was a kid, when we were on that trip, that class trip in Gettysburg, Lancaster, and Stroudsburg area. Tell me about shoe fly pie again. I remember it was very delicious. I just don't remember what it, right now, off the top of my head, what it consists of. But that was the first time I ever heard it. I said, would you like some shoe fly pie? Like shoe fly pie sounded good. And it actually was. Knowing recipes, that's what culinary arts teaches you besides experience. Their cultures, over 30 years experience. Linda Odell, very, very cool. Oriental cuisine, Dante as well. Yeah, there is that Asian influence, of course, with Filipino food. That's very, very delicious. But Filipino food per se, I don't recall having it, though maybe I have, and maybe it was just described as Asian cuisine by the restaurant, not sure. But anyway, now I'm hungry. We got to go for lunch. It's 2:45. We have a show at 7 p.m. tonight. Gang, you guys are the best. Thanks for being on this pop-up show, Saturday special pop-up show and host chat with me, your host, Jim Masters, and all of you faithful viewers. You want to help the show grow? Tell everybody. Spread the word. We have some amazing things we're working on behind the scenes. There's some things we want to do with the show that are big time, and I really thank all of you who have been following and watching and sharing and being so open and expressive. And this is really something special and unique we've created here. And I love it. And again, you guys know I do this work in television and radio professionally. And I say that in the beginning, I say that because sometimes there's new people watching and they don't know that. And it's cool. So it's really cool to have you guys here. We thank you very much for watching, coming into our home studio, our set for the Jim Masters Show live. And you guys are a blessing. I really look forward to it. And I look forward to the shows we do every night and this pop-up show. I'm so glad that I was able to do a pop-up show with you guys. I didn't have time the last couple of weeks because we've just been so busy with so much content. There's a lot of work that goes into putting these shows together because I don't do it as, this is not a podcast and it's not just throwing up a video on the internet. We structure and design this as an actual TV talk show, like what you've seen on television over the years, an entertainment show, a talk show, lifestyle show. So it's got all those elements in it. Our nightly show at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So, all right, gang, a couple more comments. How many times do I say that? It was really funny when I'm wrapping up the show at night and then I see another comment come in, and I wrap it, another comment comes in. I always want to acknowledge as many people as possible. Thank you very much. See you tonight. Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern. And again, our amazing guest. We have so many wonderful guests coming up. Susie Lanier, fabulous, fabulous actress. She was in The Hills Have Eyes, Welcome Back, Kotter, Three's Company, Alice, Days of Our Lives, Area 51, and so much more. And she's so excited to be here. She's going to be here tonight. And again, a couple more. My dear friend, I've interviewed him multiple times over the years on public television. Ryan Kelly is here tomorrow. That's Sunday, the 23rd of August. The following week on Sunday, Neil Byrne is going to be here. That is a week from tomorrow. That is August 30th. Neil Byrne, also with Celtic Thunder, another dear friend. We've all stayed, there's many people over the years that I've had an opportunity to cross paths with, and we've become and stayed friends over the years through our professional work. And then we become great friends. And Neil and I have known each other for years, interviewed him multiple times. He's here next Sunday. He's going to be great. And there's Ryan and Neil together because they also have their own duo, which is Byrne and Kelly, and they go on the road as well. Paul Byram from Celtic Thunder, but he also has a fabulous solo career. He's on September 6th. And I want to remind you, also Monday, incredible actor Joe Finfera is here Monday. That's going to be cool. He's in so many hit television shows and great movies. He's here this Monday. Legendary character actor Larry Hankin on Seinfeld and so much more. He's going to be here on Tuesday. Wonderful singer and actress Marlene Angelides is going to be here as well. She is amazing. You're going to love her coming up this week, and so many other great guests. I do want to make one other announcement, and I don't know if you heard it. We announced it last night when I had legendary actor and former heavyweight boxer Jack O'Halloran on. Check that episode out. That was amazing. As I mentioned, he was in Superman, Superman 2, King Kong, endless movies, TV shows, Dragnet, the movie, and he was a heavyweight boxer and boxed some of the greats. Really amazing story, and putting a miniseries together about his family, which was really, really cool. He was very open and authentic. We had a great conversation in the show last night. We made two announcements. The Lovelies Cruise that everybody wants us to do, Jim Masters Show Live, Lovelies Cruise. I did two of those when I did the radio shows in iHeartRadio, and they were very successful. We sold out right away. So we're thinking about doing that. That's going to be very cool. And also, September 24th, don't miss that date if you can. It turns out to be a Thursday night. It's my birthday, but the thing about that night, generally, or what I did was I didn't have any guests scheduled that night because I wanted to have just a fun, maybe a birthday show with me, with you guys, maybe some family involved, friends, maybe a cake, candles, and we'll do a birthday show. But it turns out we have some amazing special guests. And I'm very honored. And I was approached by their agents and representatives who contacted me after they saw Landau, Eugene Murphy Jr. on the other night. Landau, amazing show. Go back in the archives to watch that. We've become friends since as well. He was the 6th season winner of America's Got Talent. He's got an amazing voice. He's very funny. Well, the folks who represent this other group were watching that episode, loved the show, loved this whole thing we're doing here on the Jim Master Show Live. The ease of it, how professional it is, they said, and how comfortable it is, and warm and inviting and all that fun stuff, all the levity and love. And they said, well, we have a group we would love to put on your show. I said, really? That sounds fantastic. We represent, this is really cool, we represent the group Voices of Classic Soul. The Voices of Classic Soul is a group that contains members of the Temptations, the Platters, and the Four Tops. And we're talking about legendary groups, Motown, soul music, really good popular music, great songs. Guess what? Their Voices of Classic Soul, again, members of Temptations, Platters, and the Four Tops, who perform as Voices of Classic Soul, all those hits and so much more, are going to be here exclusively on the Jim Master Show Live on Thursday, September 24th. And it happens to be my birthday, because they said, give us some dates available. We are booked with guests all the way till October, the 3rd week of October, with guests every night. That's why I'm doing the pop-up show, so it can be just us, because we don't get to talk this long together. I try to do an intro and talk in the beginning with you guys and acknowledge everybody and then do a wrap-up. But when we have the guest on, sometimes, we don't have that amount of time. But I really like this because this is how we started the show. I'm very viewer-centric. So what's very, very cool is I kept September 24th open because I figured we would just do a casual, birthday show. But then they said you have some dates available to have the Voices of Classic Soul music group on. And I looked at the calendar and I'm like, boy, we're booked until the 3rd week of October. What can I do? And I don't want to shift people around or any of that. I don't like to do that because people are excited about coming on this series. So I said, I could put them on. I could see if they're available on September 24th, the birthday. And it turns out they said, if anything, we want to come on your birthday because we want to celebrate on the birthday show with you and perform and do all of that. So that we just announced the other night, and it's very cool and it's very exciting. So there's so much that's coming up and we're so excited. And again, one more time, we thank our dear friend Dreama Denver, wife of Bob Denver, who played Gilligan and was on Dobie Gillis. We had her as a great guest just 2 weeks ago. Check that interview out. It was hilarious. It was fun. It was very deep too. She got emotional. It was deep. It was beautiful. And I love that. I love when people, open up. Even in my professional work, I've done interviewing where people have opened up and then they apologize. They're like, oh, I'm sorry that, I got emotional. Like, there's no need to apologize if you get emotional. That's raw emotion, raw feeling. That's heart and soul coming out. There's no need to get emotional if you share I believe you should share an emotion if it's a deep, loving emotion like that. Don't ever be afraid to do that. We all do it. I do it too. She sent this, the official Gilligan bobblehead doll, because she was on our show. She saw all the cast of characters, the George Burns, the genie bottle, and everything else. And she said, you got to have a Gilligan on the show. So she sent me the official Gilligan doll. And it says, Aloha, Jim Dreama Denver, wife of Bob Denver, who played Gilligan and also was on Dobie Gillis. What a beautiful gift, huh? That's right, Gilligan. You're amazing. So I cherish this. This came in a wonderful package this week. She says, I want to ship it to you. I want to have it on. When I watch your show, I want to have it on your set with the rest of the cast of characters. So here it is. And I think it's beautiful. Very special gift. So Gilligan joins George and Jeannie and Silver and Jimmy. Okay, folks, we are officially wrapping up because we're approaching 3 o'clock here. I can't believe this. See you all tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific live. Lovely Hall. Love you guys. We love you back. Dante, you've got us very hungry now for Filipino food. Go eat, see the ocean, prep things. We will see you at 7. Mr. Lovely, I know I can go on forever, right? I got to do all those things. So we got to do that now. I got to take this work hat off. Well, I don't know. This isn't really work. Thank you for doing all this for us. My pleasure, Kathleen. I'm enjoying it. Love you all, too. You have a good day. We'll see you tonight. Flower Power, see you. Facebook Live tonight and YouTube at Jim Masters TV. You'll try not to be annoying. No, you're not annoying at all. Maybe, do you want me to ask the guests first if they like the mountains or the ocean? Because I know you like to ask them that. What makes them zen? What do they do to be zen? And have they ever tried that Chinese restaurant in Chinatown in New York City? I've got you figured out, Flower Power. It's good to see you here. Thank you, Mr. Lovety, for the pop-up show. See you all tonight. You too, Linda. And Christine Lovety. Christine would love to have a mini Zoom. Hi, all. And Lovety, gathering cruise in the future. Yeah, that would be cool to do something like that, right? To have several of you on the show at once, whoever has the technology. And that would be cool. Lovely cruise as well. All right, gang, we are going to wrap up. We're approaching 3 o'clock. We got to go. We're going to fit in some swimming here on the coast, some jogging, some lunch with family and friends. And then we will have our show ready for tonight with Susie Lanier. It's going to be awesome. Love you all. Thanks for being with us. Don't forget to take care of one another and take care of yourself. That's very important, very important. I toast to all of you with our dog love mug filled with what's now ice cold espresso. We're going to have to heat this up. You guys take care. Thanks for being with us on this special exclusive Saturday pop-up show, host chat with me, your host, Jim Masters, and all of you from around the world. Carla in Brazil has us starving for lasagna. Dante in San Diego has us starving for Filipino food now. And we're going to rummage for some lunch. Yes, I know. Yeah, that's, I think, why I identified with Regis, who was another dear friend. I can easily, that 20 minutes he did with Kathy Lee and then with Kelly, I've done that. You know where that comes from? Years of being on the air, where I've had to fill in space, where I was hosting, where it was just me on the air, or a co-host where there's banter. But a lot of times it was just me on television or on the radio. And it was hours of having to talk and engage people and relate and communicate. And that's where the ability, I think, to be able to chat. Also, I'm originally from New York, So have you ever met a New Yorker that can't talk? And it works. It's apropos for this industry I'm in. You guys take care. I'll say not good night. I'll say good afternoon because it is afternoon here. Willie's going to take a nap, so she'll be all refreshed and ready and be perky for tonight's show. So you get your nap. Make sure you nap, Willie. Sometimes you say there in Holland that you don't nap. Don't do it. You have time now. You have time. Make sure you nap. Okay, I'll be swimming in the ocean, but you nap. All right. I'll let the guy go. We'll see him tonight. You're funny. You're looking out for me by saying, let Jim go, please. You guys are funny. Flower Power. All right. I wish my Aunt Lillian was still doing her CB because Diamond Lil would be able to contact you, Flower Power. See you later, guys. We're going to run and get some lunch, go over to the coast, and we have a lot of work we've got to get done for tonight's show. A few more things. We got to add some content. Thanks for watching us. YouTube. We're here every day, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, and also on Facebook as well. All right, that's a wrap. I toast to all of you. We'll do the cast characters and all the rest on our regular episode, our full production tonight. All right. Thanks for all the lovity. Thanks for all of the great comments. And we will see you right here later on. If you're not here with us, you can see the show in the archives. All right, gang. So if you're not with us tonight, we are going to cry. We're going to be very upset if you're not with us. All of us lovities are going to be very upset. Now, you could watch it in the archives. I appreciate just the fact that you guys tune in and share the love and light with everybody, and you spread the word about our show. I think it's a beautiful thing you're doing. It gives me the zest to continue doing this and balancing all of this work with my professional work as well. All right, from the broadcast center here, you take care. Love you all. We will see you tonight. Bye for now. You got it. Thank you, Willie. You too. Go, go, go. Jim Boy. Good night, everybody. Or good day. Good day. We'll say good day. We'll see you 7 p.m. Cheers. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining us on our pop-up show. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. You guys are the best. Spread the word, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.